What is up? Welcome back to Softcore History. I am your host for the week, Rob Fox, joined as always by Dan Regester.
The rumors of my demise are false.
He's still alive.
I'm still here, baby.
Still kicking.
Barely, but I'm still here.
Still going. You know what? You're like our last Patreon episode, patreon.com/softcorehistory. The woman who fought in the Revolutionary War started at the bottom.
And she got mildly successful.
But she did dope shit.
She won a bunch of awards, but she ended up poor and died poor.
But she did dope shit.
My life has been pretty cool up to this point.
Minor setback for a major comeback.
Roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
The IRS agent that's in charge of my file, just his mind's in a pretzel.
He might have killed himself just from the work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like, how did he make this much money in 2022 and make this much money in 2019? It doesn't add up.
But he's dealing drugs, actually.
No, dude, it's podcasting.
Yeah, same diff.
The new drug dealing.
We are delivering dopamine to people. But it's
right
like,
to your dome.
It's like a low drip. Like, it's just to keep them going. You know what I mean? Like, we're not getting you high, but we keep you alive.
This is one of the 3 career choices you'll be able to have in about 4 years.
Yeah, I would say so.
I mean, it's just kind of a cousin of influencer. Saw 2 TikTok girls dancing in the wild today.
Really?
At the Domain. I've never seen it in my life. I thought that was, a unicorn.
I've never seen that either, to be honest.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
They just kept going back to their tripod iPhone, doing takes.
Doing takes, yeah.
And then they checked the take, not good enough.
Right. Pros.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute pros. You don't get, there's no such thing as a one-take TikTok.
For those unfamiliar with Austin, the Domain is this massive outdoor shopping center.
And it's kind of like aesthetically pleasing. It's probably a good
It's
place.
nice, yeah.
It's probably a good place to shoot TikTok if you want a good background.
But in the midst of all those people
People are just walking
doing their
by.
holiday shopping.
I would be like, get the fuck out of my way. It was dancing, you said?
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like, come with me while I shop at the Domain for my boyfriend.
Just doing dances. I didn't even think that was a thing. I thought that kind of
Died.
went away in 2023.
I think that's still the heart of it, all things considered.
That's what TikTok was built on.
We should do history fact videos where we're doing a popular TikTok dance.
Teens dancing. It's the only way we'll be able to blow up the show. We haven't danced enough, actually.
Should we do it or should we get teens? You want me to start DMing some teens?
No, I think it's us. I think we have to tell history through interpretive dance.
Okay. I agree with that. And we're like doing the dance and we'll like point to point one and then bah, bah, bah.
Fuck Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, where it's realistic and the gods are just normal dudes. We're just going to do the Odyssey through dance.
It's funny you say that, not because that's the subject of this week's episode, but because history TikTok and history reels are all butthurt, all very angry about Christopher Nolan's Odyssey.
Cast is loaded. Why are they mad?
The costume's way off.
Yeah.
Way off.
Who cares?
Like the
Were people complaining about Ridley Scott when he was doing this shit?
Yes. Did you not
Entertain me?
Ridley Scott's most famous thing is from the Moses movie, where they were like, that was like, it came out in like peak woke.
I don't even remember the Moses movie.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It came out during like peak woke, and it's like obviously Egyptians and like whatever Israelis looked like in the Bronze Age, and but it was Christian Bale, Joel Edgerton was the Pharaoh, and Sigourney Weaver was the Pharaoh's mom, and they were whining about why he didn't cast ethnic appropriate people, or at least a Mexican who you could confuse with being ethnically appropriate.
Because he got Christian Bale.
That's what he said. He goes,
I'm sorry, you get Bale, he's going to play anything.
He said, no one's going to come see a movie starring Alka blah, 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 blah. Like, it's just not, I got to sell a movie here. And everyone was like, nah. But Ridley Scott was like, I'm fucking 80 and I'm fucking Ridley Scott. So I don't right care.
Yeah, if we're doing a Wounded Knee movie and we still need like, head honcho chief, I'm still getting Christian Bale.
Christian Bale's first call. Absolutely.
Is that Sit and Bull?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm very unfamiliar with Wounded
That sounds
Knee.
right.
I just know it was a massacre.
Yeah, it wasn't a battle. Battle's a generous term.
And I know it's a tattoo I want to get on my leg.
What?
Just the word wounded on my knee.
the most piece of shit tattoo I've ever heard. It's like punching down so hard because it's like obscure, to be honest. So you're just making like an obscure genocide joke on your body.
That's how little I care about my body. To get that tattoo on it and then also put my life at risk.
Actually, speaking of Indians or Native Americans, or you want to call them, I actually got really pissed off today researching this episode because in the Wikipedia, which is always where I start before I get like the bones from Wikipedia, and then I'll go into like other articles and stuff to pull the more fun facts. And but in the Wikipedia, so like Indians play a part in this. By the way, they call themselves Indians. They call themselves Indians. They call themselves American Indians.
Dude, we passed that in like 99.
Yeah. But in the fucking Wikipedia, they kept calling them like First Nations.
Sure.
Here's the problem with that. And this isn't even like this is
just not historically accurate.
They're not the First Nations. Like the Iroquois, that's not a First Nation. That is, and this isn't even to be like, well, they killed other people before we got here. Yeah, they did, whatever.
You didn't sprout from the plains.
Yeah. There were whole ass other civilizations that rose and fall before the final version of American Indians that existed when the Aztecs were only 100 years old when Cortez got to them. Like the people who built Cahokia in Illinois, like that civilization rose and it would be like saying France and England and Germany are European First Nations. They're not remotely First Nations. They're last nations.
Yeah, you're not discovering anything new here. People are just morons.
I just like that. I was just like, God. I mean, it's Wikipedia, so it is what it is.
It's kind of like the SEC talk today, and this is going to be evergreen because I won't mention any names. People were complaining about the rebel name for Ole Miss, and totally cool with the Tiger name in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Read up on that. Know who the Louisiana Tigers were.
Yep. Read up on who those guys were. Not Union soldiers.
Not even like civilized Confederacy troops.
Oh, were they dickheads? I don't know.
They're huge dickheads.
I didn't know their history. Like, so even for, that doesn't surprise me. But yeah, I read that today and I was just like, God fucking damn it, dude. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Anyway.
I do appreciate the natives, though, for essentially coming up with the term Confederacy. I had not heard of the Confederacy until all the nations got together to battle the whites.
I mean, the word Confederation was used prior to the Iroquois Confederacy.
Nah, not in my mind.
They made up that English word.
That's what I think.
Okay.
That's like the first Confederacy that put the word Confederacy on the map. I can't think of a Confederacy before the Indians.
There was some in Europe. I'd have to go look up what they were.
Not important enough in my mind.
That's fair. I'm all about being American-centric, whether it's natives or...
That includes natives.
Yeah. Fuck Europe.
For real, dude.
And that's sort of what this episode's about today. I was inspired by the fact that Ken Burns has his documentary out right now to do a fun episode from the American Revolution. A really niche episode.
Or you were inspired by my episode on Friday?
That
on
too.
The Patreon?
That too.
Patreon.com/softcore history.
Yep. I was inspired by that as well. I was like, I need my own badass from the American Revolution. Just a hard motherfucker.
There's only one hard bitch.
There is only one hard bitch. I think, isn't it true that like Molly Pitcher is just made up?
I don't know, but I'm going to say that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
I think Molly Pitcher is just like propaganda.
She's a combination of multiple women.
Yeah, something like that. Betsy Ross was real, but she didn't make the first flag. But
whoa,
that's true.
No, there's no Betsy Ross slander in this household. As I wear my Philadelphia Flyers hat. How dare you? Have you ever been to Betsy Ross's house?
I've
you
not.
Haven't.
Nope.
It's very tiny. It's very small.
Well, like as we established on the Patreon episode,
the average height was 5'5" for men, 5 feet for women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't need to do a lot. That was one of my favorite jokes from...
Everyone in the past weren't even human.
No.
That was a different species.
There was a joke on, of all things, How I Met Your Mother that like sticks with me to this day just because it was so funny. Like Marshall, Jason Segel's character, was thinking about moving to New Jersey with his wife to like live a normal, like you can't raise a family in New York type of thing. And they were like, why would you want to leave New York? And Jason Segel's a big dude, so his character's a big dude. And he's like, this city wasn't made for me.
No.
All these doors are 150 years old. I can't fit through them.
Dude, even the hotels are tiny.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And I was just like, that's the most valid point I could have possibly heard about leaving New York.
Even in Chicago, this Wrigley Field's built on a city block.
Oh, it's small.
There's no room.
Yeah. Home runs always fly out of that park.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, today we're doing a dude in the Revolutionary War, specifically the oldest man to fight in the American Revolution.
Let's go. Was he born in the 1600s?
He sure fucking was.
Let's go.
We're talking about Samuel Whittemore. Samuel Whittemore.
Yeah, please put some respect on my man's name.
Who was born in Charlestown, Massachusetts in 1696.
That's Southie, right?
Yep.
We got our boy from Southie in, 1696?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
So if you think of the town, he was the first guy in the town.
He's the first Masshole.
Yeah. This is the absolute first Masshole.
Fuck you.
Yeah. We got to go somewhere. We got to hurt some people. You can't ask me any questions about it.
Whose cadge we taking?
The American Revolution, by the way, would be his third war.
He liked to get some. Probably the French and Indian War.
French and Indian War would be the second war that he was in.
Yeah. So you said this was his third?
Yeah. Yeah.
One before that, did he come over from...
No, he was
Europe?
born here.
Oh.
There were several wars from the 1650s all the way up through the French and Indian /7 Years' War that were fought. Essentially European wars that were also fought on American soil.
Butted heads with the Spaniards, maybe?
The Spaniards, the French, of course. Really, the French are the ones. But the French and Spanish are usually allied.
Yeah.
So the British are butting up against both of them.
That makes
But
sense.
anyone in Massachusetts is really just dealing with the French for the most part.
French are dicks. Especially the ones that come over here. They're dirty, dirty dicks.
One of my favorite...
They're some of the grossest human beings that ever, walked the planet are the French fur trappers.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite...
They look like me.
They look like you if they took a bath.
Well, yeah, they look like me if I rolled around in mud.
If you didn't shower for like 100 weeks in a row. Yeah.
But that's the aesthetic I'm going for.
What I was going to say is one of my favorite gay sex stories of all time. I was hanging out with my friend and her cousin, who's like this really handsome gay guy, and he's a doctor, so just pulls.
Had a couple drinks and one thing led to another.
And we played doctor. Yeah. Ironically, my prostate was worse after the exam.
I mean, operation's a hard game.
Yeah. But no, he was like talking about how he went to France, and he was like obviously hooking up with dudes, and he was like, yeah, France was like basically every time we hooked up, I always suggested we start in the shower because they all smelled like shit.
There's stereotypes for a reason.
Yeah, like he was straight up like, yeah, I couldn't fuck any of the guys unless they took a shower first, so I would just like lure them sexually into the shower.
They actually smoke, so it covers up their smell.
Yeah.
I'd rather smell the cigarettes.
I would rather smell the cigarettes than whatever godforsaken thing.
Give me an ashtray all
day.
day.
Which is weird, too, because it's like the land of perfume.
And champagne.
Yeah. And they still smell like animals.
They kind of maybe spray over themselves, walk into it, but that's not covering the pits.
That's just, that's a frat boy shower. Axe body spray in 2008.
Mm-hmm. We used to call it something else, but we should have been calling it a French shower.
It is a French shower, yeah. So,
you racist motherfuckers.
Whittemore first served. He fought his first war when he was 49 years old. He served as a
late to the game.
Yeah, as a private in Colonel Jeremiah Moulton's 3rd Massachusetts Regiment in King George's War.
Was he a specimen? Was he just physically fit?
I get to that later, but yes, by all accounts, he was an absolute hoss.
Just a big unit.
Yeah, just a unit of a man. I couldn't get a height on him, but he was known for his physical prowess.
For his strength.
Yeah.
I like that. Socrates, in all the way to like his older age too, he was getting down.
Big dude.
He's a big guy.
Like he's like a Ed Orgeron type of guy, right? Like
Coach O.
Yeah.
Still throwing up big weight.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Got to impress his
like,
sugar babies.
Worst case scenario, just stay with college football like a Brent Venables.
All right.
Right? Like a cut dude.
No, I like Coach O.
I think Coach O's more
Coach
apt.
O's a more apt, I think.
Yeah.
Comparison because there's no weights back then.
I certainly think Whittemore is a Coach O type because he farmed. So just that hay bale strength.
Yeah. 49 though.
In King George's,
knees are bad. Everything hurts when you wake up.
you don't give a fuck.
I'm 34 and I wake up and something new is just aching.
Maybe we're soft. Maybe we're like all those NBA players who back in the like all the old ones are like, I played 82 games
I've been torturing my body since I was 12
with sports.
with lifting.
Oh yeah, with lifting, and also your bone shooting out of your leg.
Yeah. My tib fib. The Kevin Ware injury. End of my real athletic career.
R.I.P. Only because it stunted your growth.
I would have been 6'4", yeah. Could be over in Greece right now getting buckets.
Yeah, you could be
Never
playing.
know.
You could be playing Euroball.
Be hanging on. Maybe not in Greece at 34. Maybe somewhere in the Middle East.
Israel,
Hopefully not.
Israeli league. That's a good league.
Yeah.
You could play where Marshall Henderson played.
Iraq.
Yeah,
No. Be interesting.
that would be. I want to have Marshall Henderson on the show just to talk about that.
Let's talk basketball in
wanna-
Iraq.
Don't want to hear a single thing about Ole Miss. I want to hear.
The history of basketball in Iraq.
Yeah, and we just have him on there to talk about it. So King George's War was essentially it's like the French and Indian War, where like it gets its own name, but it's part of a bigger war. It was the North American side of what was called the War of the Austrian Succession, which went from 1740 to 1748. Although King George's War didn't kick up till 1744. Because that's when the Brits got involved. So the British weren't involved immediately in that war, but they did get involved. Essentially, just to give a quick background of that, the War of Austrian Succession, Maria Theresa was the ruler of the Habsburg monarchy, but France, Prussia, and Bavaria were like, fuck that. She was backed by the British, the Dutch, and Hanover. And eventually the conflict drew wider and involved Spain, Sweden, Russia. So it's basically a world war.
Yeah. That was like Austrian Habsburgs.
Yeah, that's what started all was the line of succession. He was involved in the biggest battle on the North American side, taking the fortress of Louisburg in 1745, which was in Nova Scotia. So his unit marched up from Massachusetts to fucking Nova Scotia to take like one of the biggest French forts on the continent.
Yeah, sometimes we'll just march on up to Canada, knock on the door and take it.
We were better at it before we became our own country.
Didn't Benedict Arnold do that for us? He just
did.
went up to Canada and
He
took
did.
a fort. Like, was it Ticonderoga?
I think that's in America, but he did invade Canada.
Okay.
And Winfield Scott, one of America's great generals, the guy who won the Mexican War, he was like a brigadier general in the War of 1812. He fought in Canada. Actually,
But I think I'm under the belief that Benedict Arnold went up to just some random fort in Canada and said, this is ours now. And they had no idea we were at war with them.
they were like, "What? Who are you?
Yeah.
The what? The who?"
Turns out he was on their side eventually. But
Yeah, everything worked out in the end. But I was gonna say at that Winfield.
Yeah, Ticonderoga might be in New York.
I think that is in New York.
Yeah.
The Winfield Scott Hancock battle in the War of 1812. I think it was Lundy's Lane, which canonically in Gangs of New York, that's the battle that Bill the Butcher's dad died in, and why he's such an American patriot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he is part of taking the fortress of Louisburg in Nova Scotia. It was the biggest engagement in that war in North America. During this battle,
So it was like 40 dudes.
yeah, it's like 80 on 80. During this battle, Whittemore captured a French officer and took his badass sword from him.
Just right from them.
It was just like, this is mine now. Spoils of war.
It's the 17th century version of a nutmeg.
It's the 17th version of like in Band of Brothers, they're all obsessed with getting a Luger, or in the Pacific, they're all obsessed with getting a samurai sword. Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, the way I would have risked my life to get a Japanese samurai sword in the Pacific in World War II to get that trophy.
Oh, I'm bringing that back. I'm actually probably using it in war.
Oh, you keep it on you
at all times.
Yeah. Yeah, you're using that.
The goal should be retrieve a samurai sword, then use it to chop a Japanese soldier's head off.
Your officer's like, fix bayonets, and you're like, nah, I got something else.
Or if you get into like a sticky situation and you know you're gonna die, commit seppuku.
Oof. That might be a bridge too far.
You don't want to cut into yourself?
It's because it's not just one. It's
and then up,
and then over.
Yeah, to your heart. I think.
Yeah. You're a hard motherfucker.
Not my culture.
If you can do that. The British side overall kind of...
what's the Irish version of seppuku? Just drowning in your own vomit?
Yeah. Choke to death on whiskey vomit. Basically.
Yeah. Or drowning in a puddle.
Drowning in a puddle because you're so drunk.
You're so drunk you fall into the street and yeah, there's like just a small little puddle that you drowned in.
Yeah. Avery Johnson's dad tried to do that to Avery Johnson's brother. Drowned him in a puddle in Dublin.
Hate to see it.
True Irishman. So the British kind of lost this war overall. The War of Austrian Succession. They were more successful on the North American front than in the main war. And the result of all this, essentially, like the way World War I was not really fully adjudicated correctly at the end of it.
It's mislabeled. As you mentioned earlier, that was a world war. There were so many world wars before the World War.
I think that's actually, I haven't gotten fully through it, but I think that's actually something Ken Burns brings up, because I've seen him bring it up in interviews about his documentary, that the American Revolution in and of itself was a world war, and that World War I was...
I think he said that about the French and Indian War.
Okay, well, either way, World War I's like the third or fourth World War.
I got to that part, too. Okay. I fell asleep, but...
Yeah, whatever.
That's what Ken Burns does.
Imprinted in your mind. So all of this bullshit, just like how World War I was not solved correctly at the end, this just really was left like as a bad piece, and it directly led to the 7 Years' War, a.k.a. the French and Indian War, later. Between King George's War and the French and Indian War, he moved to, Whittemore moved to present-day Arlington, Massachusetts, where he owned land, farmed, raised his family. He was married twice. I think one died, or who could say, but it doesn't. His family's not really important in this story in any way whatsoever.
Never is. They get in the way of greatness.
They really do. And ironically, his crowning achievement happened.
You tell that to your wife and kids every day.
Oh, I'd be like, do you know what I could be doing right now?
You are a hurdle.
If I didn't have to change this fucking diaper, you're wasting these hands.
Yeah. What those hands can do.
What they could
I've seen them in action with your cousin's gay friend.
He was like, it's fine. At least we don't need to get in the shower first.
It's like, you smell like a Frenchman. Oof.
Oof, good Lord. I'd be like, yeah, my balls were real sweaty, you know.
Just got done playing tennis.
Yeah. Post-tennis bang is foul. You don't want that.
Win all 5 sets.
Yeah. And deep, too. There were several tiebreakers. There were no straight set. There was no, like, quick wins. Not a lot of broken serves.
I've expanded my tennis knowledge. I will concede the floor.
So Whittemore, like I said, was known for being a fucking hoss. And the French and Indian War rolls around, and this hoss, now 64 years old,
I love it.
Is like, I need to get some more. I got some, but I can get enough.
This land could use some freedom.
Yeah, so I'm going to get some goddamn more. One of the reasons I think that he got involved...
God, it would have been quite the left turn if you were like, oh, he was fighting for the crown.
Well, in the French and Indian War, he was.
No, for the...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he was patriot. And we'll get to that in a little bit because he's very politically involved, like leading up to the revolution. So he's like, which actually was disappointing because
Oh, Jesus Christ. So this is the French and Indian War. He's already in his 60s.
Yes, he's in his 60s in the French and Indian War.
Oh, boy. We're sending out a geriatric on behalf of our, little colony.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he volunteered, and they're like, all right. But one of the reasons I think he was used...
We took anything we could get.
Yeah. Yeah, truly. I mean, there weren't that many people here. Like, you need to... Any body they're happy to have. But they had to, again, take the fortress of Louisbourg in the French and Indian War. He had already done it.
It's like, I've been there, done that.
Yeah, I could do it again. But he later also served in a military expedition.
It's like replaying a video game.
Yeah,
it's like I've done this level.
He's like, they didn't make it different. I know exactly how to get there and what to do once you're there.
You just speed run through it.
Speed run. I was like, I'm going to get 5 more swords this time. I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm. Find all the Easter eggs.
Yeah. He also, after again, they captured Fort Louisbourg again. He's part of that. He was later in a military expedition to the Great Lakes region to take on, so Louisbourg was the French part. Then he also took on the Indian part, fought against Chief Pontiac in 1763 up around the Great Lakes. I don't know which state off the top of my head, but he had to go a long-ass way. He was, in this war, he was a captain of dragoons, according to records. So he was an officer this time, commanding like some cavalry or something.
Dude, dragoons are going to fuck you up.
And in this war, he gets another trophy. Gets a pair of dueling pistols from a fallen warrior.
Those aren't really going to serve you in battle. But if you want to like disrespect somebody, slap them with a white glove, maybe in the midst of battle.
But he just got 2, fucking ready to go dueling pistols.
Yeah, it wasn't like John Wick back then.
I disagree, and we'll get to that.
All right. It's probably not even accurate or true, but it adds to the story.
Yeah.
Adds to the legend.
So he is also, between the French and Indian War and the Revolution, heavily involved in colonial politics. He turns on, he fought for the British twice, but he turns on them. Think he's against all their policies. Even in 1738, before either war he's in, at the age of 41, he is actively involved in politics, where he is sued for defamation by this guy named John Vassall, who was elected as a selectman in Cambridge. Whittemore essentially said, I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, Vassall is less fit for office than the fucking horse he rides.
The disrespect.
So Vassall...
Disrespect to that horse.
Yeah. Vassall sues him.
It's a shot at the horse. The horse should sue him.
I think maybe it was a, what do you call that? Class action with Vassall and the horse.
Get him involved.
Yeah, doubled up. Vassall essentially sues Whittemore for defamation, and said...
I didn't even know you could do that back then. I thought you had to go to a duel.
You would think that
Have some honor.
trial by combat would be...
That's the only option.
Yeah. But
defamation.
Vassall's soft.
Pussy.
Vassall's a bitch. Vassall essentially claimed that Whittemore making fun of him / being a dick to him made it harder for him to do his job because no one would respect him now.
Yeah. Well, nobody respects him anyway.
If the sentence that Whittemore spoke didn't do it, this fucking lawsuit should.
Yeah.
Soft shit.
Just putting it out into the universe and people hearing that, you think they're suddenly just going to be like, this guy's cool?
Right.
No.
I'm going to sue you.
You're shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah. You're almost proving him right. Like, he didn't call you a bitch, but, like, you're adding to the allegations.
Yeah, when somebody insults you, you cannot get mad.
Right.
You have to just, like, take it.
Right. And just be
and just throw it back.
Yeah, whatever. He can say whatever he wants. I don't give a shit. Who? You just go, who?
That's what I learned at a young age. Self-deprecation. You can't hurt me more than I can hurt myself.
Yeah. And I will.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have them all laughing. So Whittemore couldn't afford bond, So he was actually jailed for 4 days and was fucking pissed about it. So he gets out, wins his case, and then countersues Vassal for 200 pounds.
I did 4 days in the clink.
Yeah.
For my time, emotional distress.
Which, by the way, emotional distress over a sentence, never relevant. Always bullshit. Emotional distress for having to spend 4 days in a 18th century Massachusetts jail, 100%.
200 pounds, that's a lot of money.
That is a shit ton of money. He wins. He wins the lawsuit. So Vassal, to recap, gets called a dumbass, sues him
Loses.
like a bitch, loses,
Like a bitch.
gets sued by him, loses again.
Like a bitch.
Which means I think Whittemore was just right.
I think that's the gentleman's sweep.
Yeah. Just everything. So by the 1760s, he's fully involved in like patriot politics. The British taxes have pissed him off. He's a key local figure, even though he's older. He's 70 in 1766.
And he's still mad.
Still mad.
Still mad at that age.
He serves on a 3-man Cambridge committee.
There's only 2 ways you can go at that age. Either you continue to get madder or you just level out like Bill Walton.
Yeah.
You just go full hippie.
Just, hey, everything's beautiful. I love everything. Isn't it great we're alive?
Yes, you become Bill Walton or you become Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, that's the only 2 options. I would take Bill Walton, to be honest. I really don't want to be like Gran Torino Clint Eastwood.
Get off my lawn.
Just growling at people.
I get that, though. His grandson wore a Detroit Lion jersey to their grandmother's funeral.
I wouldn't be able to Bill Walton my way through that.
I would shoot the kid.
Yeah. Yep.
That's all I remember about that movie.
Would not be able to Bill Walton my way through that at all.
Just do a bunch of psychedelics and see a dead show.
Yeah, basically the amount of mushrooms I would need to get over one of my grandsons wearing.
To Courtney's funeral.
Yeah. Oh,
They'd be wearing like a St. Louis Cardinal jersey too. A
Yeah.
team you don't even root for.
yeah, fucking. I've actually Cardinals jersey would be bad, but the trashiest version for St. Louis would be a Blues jersey. Like a Blues jersey would be the Whiskey Tango version.
You're just saying that because it's hockey.
I literally am saying that because it's hockey. Yes.
Classist asshole. You think you're better than hockey?
No, I got drunk for like 30 straight days during the Blues Cup run. Oh my God, that was exhausting.
It's a blue collar sport. It's for the everyday man.
It is. And I enjoy the atmosphere
Yeah, you like to dip a toe.
from my box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're not diving headfirst
Yeah.
into that
Oh, honey, look.
into that life.
Look at the Poles throwing the tall boys of Bush at the ice. They're riled up. Oh, doesn't take much to rile them up. They're an emotional people. Simple. Passionate.
Normal dudes, except the goalies. Goalies are always psychopaths.
The goalies are?
Yeah. Goalies, I mean, that's a position that lends itself to just total weirdos.
Weirdos and like people almost like seeking punishment.
Same with pitchers in baseball.
Pitchers are the biggest lunatics in baseball. 100%.
Yeah. I'm surprised more people aren't like Max Scherzer.
Yeah, it either Max Scherzer or you know who I actually respect the shit out of for like somehow not being a psycho, although maybe he's like a psycho deep inside is Skeens. Skeens just shows no emotion.
I think because he's a golden retriever as a human. He's just a puppy dog.
I think there's not a lot there.
No. He's never really that happy. Never really emotes anything.
He's like sitting next to Livy Dunn and he's just like cool. I think
his life's too perfect.
I think Paul Skeens probably inadvertently negged Livy Dunn into loving him.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional.
Right.
But that's just who he is.
Yeah. And she would be like, hey. And he'd be like, hey. What are you doing? I don't know, I'm doing this.
Because he locked her down when he had all that acne on his face and everything.
Yeah. and she
But
looked
now
like
he's got money.
she looked like herself the entire time.
And she's a gymnast.
Yeah. There's literally no one on earth is living a better life than Paul Skeens.
No, he's got to figure it out.
Yeah. There's
Maybe
no
that's
pressure.
the key to things in all life.
There's no pressure on him either.
Just go through the motions.
Like,
Just be good at everything. Why
Yeah.
aren't you good at everything?
stupid.
Rob, be better.
Yeah. I need to care. What the thing is, I need to care. I need to like just not care about anything, or at least act like I don't care about anything. Just be like, yeah, whatever,
It's not an act.
whatever. Skeens?
Yeah.
No, Skeens isn't an act. That's why he does it so well.
No, if you act, it's going to come through. It's going to be very transparent.
I know.
You just need to be about that life. There's levels to these.
You're right. So at age 70, Whittemore is on a 3-man Cambridge committee that's like to instruct their representative. In 1768, the General Court is dissolved by Governor Francis Bernard over protests against the Townshend Acts, and Whittemore gets elected as a delegate to the Massachusetts Committee of Convention in Boston that's like kind of in protest to that. He's then elected to Cambridge's Committee of Correspondence, and he responded to Boston's pamphlet on British violations. The committee did. They decried the Tea Act, including Whittemore, as, quote, a diabolical plan to enslave Americans, and they warned that the chains of slavery were coming on them because of this Tea Act. They viewed the tea imports as literally more dangerous than, quote, plague or pestilence, and the committee voted in favor of using their joint influence to prevent the landing and sale of teas expected from the East India Company. And Whittemore and others coordinated with nearby towns to essentially, if any East India ships landed, any tea ships landed, you block them. They couldn't dock. They couldn't beach, anything.
Get your gay Duncan out of my face.
And about 3 weeks later, after they made this decision, Boston Tea Party.
He was a part of it?
He was not a part of it, but he was...
he was a slower guy at that point.
Right, but he was a part of the political infrastructure that made the decision to do what the Boston Tea Party ultimately did.
You don't like to do the Boston accent because you're not very good at it, are you?
I'm not. I could do like JFK, but I can't do like the straight up like Masshole.
It takes me a second to get into it. I might miss it first, but then I kind of get into a groove.
Yeah. Boston's not in the repertoire.
That's there. See? Just do a little JFK.
So, well, yeah, I will not let any tea land on my colony.
But Southie's a little bit more like, fuck you.
Yeah. It's
Fucking firefighters.
It's just
getting pussy in the first time of fire or pussy.
It's piece of shit JFK. Like JFK is the...
JFK was always a piece of shit.
But a rich piece of shit.
He was a stud.
Yeah.
I saw a reel the other day. It's just like JFK didn't see women as humans, just play toys.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Like they were like explaining that?
It was a historian, yeah.
All right.
I didn't really check his credentials. It was a 60-second reel, but it was Kennedy treated all women as playthings.
Probably accurate. Jackie was his home plaything.
Yeah, it was his favorite toy.
His homemaker plaything. There's actually a meme going, JFK meme going around right now. It's the one of him and Jackie sitting in the Kennedy like beach house in Nantucket or something like that, and like Kennedy's looking off camera somewhere, and Jackie's looking at him, and the like thing that Jackie is like captioned. The thing that Jackie says is always different, but one of the ones I saw was like, "So wait, you're letting a bunch of 19-year-olds who run around on grass dictate your entire life?" But the JFK response is always the same. It just says, "Shut up, you stupid fucking bitch. You stupid fucking bitch."
Yeah. Listen, a good portion of this country do let a bunch of 19-year-olds dictate how they feel.
Yeah. Yep. Including both of us.
Me financially more than emotionally at this point.
Yeah.
And it's not going well either way.
Yeah, but if UCF starts winning, it's back to both.
Yeah, I'm just happy.
Yeah.
Happy if we get a dub.
So now we get to his coup de grace, his greatest achievement in life. On April 19th, 1775, British forces were returning to Boston from the first battle or battles, engagements of the war, the battles of Lexington and Concord. They're returning from that. Knowing that there had been an engagement in the area and the fact that Whittemore was 78 years old.
Do you think it's disrespectful that they both get grouped together all the time?
Lexington, Concord?
Yeah.
Like if a guy died at Concord especially?
Yeah, it's like, why don't we give both battles the proper respect?
Well, they call them the battles of Lexington and Concord.
But it's always grouped together.
Yeah.
They never get their separate shine.
It's too much. There was the Battle of Lexington and then the Battle of Concord. Just put it together. It's fine.
That's true. I mean, they're at least getting mentioned. There's other battles that get absolutely no run.
Right.
Imagine dying at those battles.
And then
It's like, what did I die for?
Right. I think about that all the time. How many ancient and medieval and even modern battles people died in that were like literally pointless.
Like the Greek battles.
The Greek battles are like the Iran-Iraq war. Like, have you ever even heard of the Battle of Manzikert?
Couldn't tell you where Manzikert was.
It was a battle between, I think, the Byzantines and the Turks or Persians or Arabs, something like that. See, I don't even know. But it was a very pivotal battle for the time. And people died in it thinking this battle is one of the most important.
We will live in the annals of history.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, we forgot.
What country is that?
Yeah. Where? It was in Turkey somewhere.
Everything's in
Manzikert, I
Turkey,
guess.
right?
Yeah. So knowing that there was engagements in the area, the 78-year-old Whittemore's wife, Esther, was like, you need to leave. We all need to leave. It's dangerous. And they all left, and Whittemore was like, I'm going to keep plowing. Fuck this. I'm working the fields today. Nothing's getting me out of here. Fuck the British. Fuck everything. I farm.
Plow through.
Yeah, fuck it. We farm. So Whittemore was in his fields working when he spotted an approaching British relief brigade under Earl Percy that was sent to assist in the British retreat from Lexington and Concord, keep them safe, escort them back to Boston. Whittemore sees them, and it's on sight. He loads his musket, and he sneaks up to a little stone wall next to the road. The British get close, right on top of him. He pops out from behind the wall.
Got to make it count.
Yep.
You have one shot, one opportunity.
Pops out from behind the wall. Immediately blasts a British soldier, drops dead.
And the gun's useless now.
You're right. That gun is useless now.
Except for the bayonet.
So, he pulls out his dueling pistols
As previously mentioned.
that he captured in the French and Indian War.
So decade-old pistols.
Yep.
And they probably weren't brand new then either.
No. Kills 2 more British soldiers.
Boom, boom.
2 more shots, 2 more drops.
3 for 3. The efficiency alone. This
Now,
man is Jokic.
Yeah. Now he is out of ammo. So he pulls out his French sword from King George's War and is like, come fucking get me.
This was just a normal day, too. He had that on his person every single day.
Yeah.
Just waiting for his moment.
You're not mounting that sword. You carry that sword forever.
All of his neighbors like, he's doing it again? Why is he walking around like that? What a dickhead.
Ugh. So he takes out his sword, and he's fucking ready. Unfortunately for him, these are professional soldiers, and they are now very ready as well. He's killed
For sure, yeah.
He's killed 3 of their friends. These are like the best soldiers on earth.
But also, like, this is a prepper of his time.
Yeah.
The doomsday preppers now that have all the weapons, all the food and everything, they dream about society collapsing, everything going to shit so that they could actually put into practice what they've prepared for all these years. Same thing, same opportunity for this guy. He's carrying those pistols, the sword, just knowing, it doesn't even have to be the right opportunity. It just has to be a opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull all this out. I can't wait for that moment.
And by the way, it's worth noting he's wildly outnumbered here.
Took 3 out, though.
He took
by surprise.
Yeah.
Just the element of surprise
Took
alone.
3 out, wildly outnumbered.
Now has a sword in, you have to imagine, a gunfight.
Yep. And so he's like, takes out his sword and he's like, let's fucking go. Immediately shot in the face.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he just started like cutting little musket balls in half with his sword.
One wish. Yeah, I wish. What, Deadpool? It was Deadpool that does that, I think.
Deadpool does, but I'm sure there are other
Yeah.
examples.
No, it doesn't end that sweet.
He's shot right in the face.
He gets shot in the face. Then they run up and bayonet the fuck out of him. Somewhere between 6 and 13 times, according to different accounts.
Remind me how old he is again?
78.
Okay. And this is American Revolution 78.
Yeah.
These are weathered men.
Yeah.
This is his 3rd war now.
Yeah.
78 in 1775.
Yeah.
You look like an old baseball glove.
Oh, God. I can't even imagine. I mean, you would look like essentially a 95-year-old today.
I don't think there's a human alive that looks the way he did.
If you want to Google, there's this guy in Asia. I'm sure he's dead now, but he was like allegedly the oldest person to ever live. He's supposed to be like 150. People are pretty sure it's made up, but like he looks like he is 150.
Yeah, you kind of return back to dirt, to the soil.
Yeah, you start
Literally
looking like it. Like
become a rock man.
There's actually just grass growing out of your face, like
If
a
it's a root
seed
coming
gets
out.
onto you.
You become Groot.
So now he's bayoneted, just stabbed to shit, and the British are like, he just killed 3 of our friends, fuck this guy, and they just start beating him with their musket butts.
After stabbing him and shooting him, he's still alive?
He's still alive. And they just start clubbing the fuck out of him with the butts of their musket.
The hard motherfucker.
So then they're like, this old fuck is gonna die. Let him die slow. Fuck him. And they leave him in a pool of his own blood and just keep marching.
Mistake.
He was found alive by colonial forces in the process of loading his musket to resume the fight.
God forgives, he doesn't.
But they were like, yeah, old man, you need a doctor. He's taken to Dr. Cotton Tufts of Medford, Massachusetts, with a shattered cheekbone, part of his face torn away by the bullet.
Did it get lodged anywhere or go right through?
The bullet, it just like ripped off his cheek.
Okay, so yeah, you're surviving that.
Yeah.
He didn't get domed.
No, he didn't get domed. He just got like cheek ripped off, and the shattered cheekbone is from a musket butt, and then obviously the somewhere between 6 and 13 bayonet
And honestly,
stab wounds.
At that age, he's probably feeling looser that he got stabbed and shot. It's like I haven't felt this alive in years.
He's lost some blood weight. He's a little lighter on his feet.
He's limber.
Yeah, exactly. The doctor is like, he's gonna die.
Send him into a suicide mission.
He's like, I'll do what I can, but he's gonna die.
I think you just strap him with anything.
There's no hope for survival.
Let him go out on a shield.
I agree. But he treats him as best he can, sends him home to die, which he does. 18 years later.
So he doesn't make it to 100.
At the age of 96.
Damn. He was so close.
I know. He's a 78-year-old man, takes a bullet to the face, takes literally for sure concussed to fuck from the amount of headshots from the musket butts, and obviously stabbed half a dozen to a dozen times.
Are we sure this isn't like a demigod?
I'm not. I'm absolutely not sure of that.
This is Hercules.
Yeah. In his later years, people would ask him about, what he did. And he would always tell them he regretted nothing and he would do it again.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping he made it to the 1800s, but, you live and you learn. I'd have been sick if he fought in the War of 1812 too. Just like, he's immortal.
Like this guy just doesn't fucking stop. Yeah, it's like to the which I've referenced this before, but the opening scene of Wolverine,
Yeah.
where he fights in like 8 wars. It's like this guy's doing the same thing, except he is aging, unlike Hugh Jackman.
But his body heals. But every time he heals, he gets older. Older.
Like he ends up in Nam, but he's like 180 years old, and but he's still burning a Viet Cong village to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just dust that is coming off him at all moments.
Yeah, he's shedding. Just not even skin cells, just skin.
He's a reptilian.
Yeah. So he does die, obviously, at the age of
I don't know about obviously.
96. Yeah, that's fair. There is a monument to him in Whittemore Park, which is named for him in Arlington, Massachusetts. It commemorates the site of his killings.
As it should.
Yeah. In 2005, Massachusetts State Senator Robert Havern III proposed naming him Whittemore the state's official hero, with annual commemorations on February 3rd, which I believe is the case. He is Massachusetts' official state hero.
Is he on their quarter or something?
No,
They don't have a commemorative quarter or coin.
they have I don't know if they made a commemorative coin. They have a state quarter, but I don't think he's on it. But he is their official state hero.
Yeah, why not? I mean, who else is going to be the Massachusetts state hero? There's clearly no other options.
There's not another. No, not Samuel or John Adams.
No,
Not
fuck
Paul
that.
Revere.
They weren't about that life.
No.
Phonies.
This man.
This dude was about it
To
to the very end.
maybe.
Maybe.
Well,
I want to hear about the stories about his 90s.
he didn't have another chance, I guess.
They sent him home, but what's he doing for 18 years? Still farming?
Yeah, this was 1775. This is the first battle of the Revolution. Why was he not at Yorktown?
Yeah, are you hurt or are you injured? A lot of guys claim to be injured. They're only hurt.
Yeah. I think his wife was finally like, 3 wars is enough.
You got to play through it. Do you care about your brothers in that locker room?
To be fair, he didn't really have any brothers. Like, he did it all alone. There was no, like, band of brothers. Like, this is my buddy. We're in combat together. He was,
Solo dolo, yeah.
lone wolfing the whole time. Can you imagine you've just survived, like, a fairly brutal battle, and
Yeah.
you're on the way home, and an elderly man pops out and shoots you in the chest?
I kind of can believe that now, yeah. There's a lot of olds that are getting bodies at this point.
There are.
Getting fast and loose with their guns.
Dude, speaking of fast and loose with guns, I wanted to tell the story on the show today. I was driving with Rory in the car, and I was literally leaving my neighborhood. I was in my neighborhood, and these 2 cars pulled into my neighborhood and stopped like right at the front of the neighborhood. And the one guy in the second car gets out and starts coming up to the first car. And he's like, and the guy in the first car rolls down his window and like pops his head out. I was like, "What? We good? We good?" And the second guy's like, "What? Like they were arguing. I couldn't like fully hear them. And then the other guy's like, "Yeah, that's right. Get back in your truck." And then because the guy starts going back to his truck, and he goes, "Yeah, fuck you, pussy. If you came up here, I would have blown your fucking brains out. I would have blown your fucking brains out, pussy. I would have fucking blown your brains out, you fucking pussy."
And this guy was 75.
He was actually like younger than me. It was weird. He was like a bro. He did not look like the type.
Being younger than you is not a hard accomplishment now.
I understand that, but it was like
We're getting old.
he was like also like
I mean, you're significantly older than I am.
just
but
a frat bro, like a graduated frat bro who was just like literally screaming at this guy. I would have
that
killed.
seems par for the course of a frat kid.
Yeah, but
or
he's
a
like in
college
his
kid.
early 30s, late 20s. He was just screaming, "I would have murdered you. I would have murdered you. I would have murdered you."
Yeah.
So I was like,
It's-
"Oh,
to never get in fights, especially on the road rage incidents.
honking ain't worth it."
Somebody will stab or shoot you.
Yeah, honking is not worth it.
My typical move is just to de-escalate. Just be like, "You good? Everything all right?
Yeah. You having a bad day?
Like, does it have to get to this point? Why are you doing this?
Then you take him out for a beer. When he gets up to piss, you drop 5 Xanaxes into his beer. And then once he's passed out, you drop him in a puddle and go on with your day.
That's full circle, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all I got today on Samuel Whittemore, Massachusetts' official state hero and the oldest man. A, the oldest man to fight in the American Revolution, and B, I have to assume the oldest man to ever get a body in an American war.
I'm not going to say that with conviction.
78? You think we're topping 78?
I'm sure in the Civil War there was an 80-year-old that got a body.
So there was a guy at Gettysburg. I think his name was John Burns.
Just by accident.
He was really old. He fought in the War of 1812.
Yes.
We can do an episode on him if we want. But he was 60.
Say that for the Patreon, maybe.
He was 69 at the Battle of Gettysburg.
That's not that old compared to him.
But here's what he looked like at 69. Looks 1,000.
Yeah, we have photos.
Of John Burns we do. Looks 1,000.
It's actually, he looks good. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He looks great for his age.
He looks weathered as shit for 69.
Yeah, it's not the most detailed photo, but
Weathered as shit.
now imagine that 100 years earlier.
Right. Like almost literally 100 years earlier.
I can't imagine it's great.
What'd you
I mean,
learn?
if he's fighting, do you think he's still fucking at that age? He's going to be rock hard.
One wonders.
Like, he had to have high T.
Yeah. The highest T possible.
Maybe he had a kid right before he died, like 90.
He Picasso'd it.
No, who was the president that had a grandson that just died? That was from the 1700s.
Tyler?
I think it was Tyler. Yeah.
Yeah. Like just died. His grandson just died. Yeah. Yeah, I think he fucked until mid-80s minimum.
Good on him. It's a life well lived.
3 wars.
That is what anger will just get for you. You'll continue to live
Because it gives you purpose.
more than purpose. Just the amount that pettiness will drive you to do something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The
Greatness.
mental.
The greatest men are always petty.
Yeah. Oh, every little thing. It gets them to just keep moving. Keep moving. Every moment is
Keeps that heart beating.
Every moment is a slight against them, and it just keeps them driving. The moment they're sad, they're like a shark. They can't stop swimming.
Yeah. I mean, look at Chase. He's an old dickhead.
And he's
And
angry.
he's
right now.
thriving.
He's not going anywhere.
Shouts to my dog.
I think my 15-year-old dog is the same way. Leo has just nothing but disdain for everything around him.
And it keeps him alive.
Keeps him fucking chugging.
Keep on being you, Chase. You perfect little guy over there.
What'd you learn today?
All about this.
Yeah.
I learned that you're just riding in my wake, though, with the American Revolution.
Well, you were on the Patreon.
and I was riding Ken Burns,
right.
trying to cash in on that sweet, sweet SEO.
And we got to do it. We got to do it on both platforms.
Oh, I learned about you and your cousin's friend experimenting.
We didn't do anything. It wasn't really an experiment. I mean, I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, you're right.
Experiment, you don't know the results. You can guess at the results. You can hypothesize.
You have a hypothesis, yeah.
But
Try to prove that right.
yeah, I knew what the result would be.
Fair enough.
A hot load.
Who's today's Hitler? I'm going to say the guys that just couldn't get the job done killing him.
Right? No wonder they lost those fucking battles.
You shot him in the face, bayoneted him, and then beat the shit out of him with the back of your guns, and and there's many of you, right? You're surrounding
A shit ton.
this dude as he's on the ground. What a bunch of pansy boys.
Yeah. Soft.
Soft British hands.
Absolutely soft. I just love that. Like, I mean, it's literally a scene out of The Patriot. Like, musket, done. Dual pistol, done. But
actually what I learned today is the greatest superpower is being a masshole.
yep. Yeah. It's an indomitable spirit.
The Northeast is just different. We're just better. We're superior beings.
I think it all goes back to
Not in ways you want to be superior.
just works out that way.
Yeah.
That's all I got for today.
Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/softcore history. 2 additional episodes on the main feed for Patreon. That's $5 a month. So those episodes drop Wednesday and Friday. We then have a $20 tier, and that really helps support me as this is my only job at the moment. And I could use the money. We do a sports show on that tier.
Yes.
Every week.
We have a lot to talk about this week.
Slowly releasing other episodes on that as well, where you can only get on the $20 tier.
Yep. Actually, this week's sports show is going to be a banger.
Sports show is going to be a doozy.
Yeah.
Might have to maybe 2-part it or something. Just
We-
do a
we're just
Lane
gonna-
episode alone.
We're just going to need to set aside like a big block and we're going to go 2 hours on accident.
Yeah. So check out the Patreon, patreon.com/softcore history. Check out the YouTube. You can see our pretty faces. Look at the setup. We got the Christmas lights going right now.
Boom.
Got the green in the back, but then I also have some lights that I strung up. And leave a review, please, and thank you on Apple and Spotify. Spotify, you only have to leave a 5-star review.
Spotify, you just click the 5 stars.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to write anything.
If you want, though, on Apple, it'd be really great if you could leave a cool and funny review. Actually, maybe we'll give it 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we'll read some of the reviews at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So
Also,
leave some funny reviews.
commenting on the Spotify, I think, helps. Just algorithm bullshit.
Sure. Commenting on the YouTube, too. Just
Yes.
comments.
Commenting on the YouTube's
We're
huge.
trying to manipulate the algorithm so somebody can find us. Hopefully one day. Otherwise, we're going to have to end up doing TikTok dances.
Yeah. Which you sick fucks will probably revel in, but
Yeah, you bitches want that, don't you?
dirty boys.
I'll pop top if you need me to.
You've been saying.
I know. Shutter's almost back to 100%.
Yeah.
We're going to start benching in the next month or so.
We don't want to disappoint the people after all this time.
Minor setback, major comeback.
Yeah.
Much like the financial situation going on right now. Boy, did those futures I placed in July, I didn't have the foresight that I would have been in the position I'm in now.
Yeah. You don't really consider your future when you place a future bet. You only consider the future of the bet.
Yeah, I'm like, this will hit. Dude, I can't wait to win like $10,000 in 6 months.
It's all right. You got another few.
I won't say the number.
Yeah.
My parents listen to the show.
There were long odds. You owe like $100. It's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, for the episode, thanks for tuning in. We love you guys. For Up Fox, I'm Dan Regester. You just got soft serve.